When did you get to Texas, man?
I moved to Texas in January 2024, so it's been about 2.5 years.
Oh, okay. Where are you coming from?
Illinois, Peoria. I'm from Chicago, but I started comedy down Central Illinois.
Shit. All right. So we got Frank's Caesar. Caesar. I got to bean it up.
No, you don't got to bean it up. You don't got to bean it up. It's I'm not a bean. I'm a noodle. I'm from my dad's family's from Sicily.
Oh, so you're not even a beaner. Oh,
no,
man.
Everybody thinks that.
You would have pulled one by me, man. I didn't know that. I figured by the name.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Korean Italian, and my mom, she's from Korea. But I'll tell her all the time, like, people think I look Mexican. She's like, you don't look Mexican. I'm like, you're right. Everybody else is wrong.
I know, right? Everyone in the planet is wrong but you, Mom. I'm with you.
All these strangers that walk up on the street and start speaking Spanish to me.
Do you get a lot of people that come up to you and speak Spanish?
Oh, yeah, way too many.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't speak like Spanish almost at all. I speak restaurant Spanish, so I know how to say some really like messed up stuff. But it literally ends at hola, adios, and lavar sus manos.
There you go. That's all you need, man.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm tell people all the time. I'm like, I'm a terrible beaner, bro. I don't speak that much Spanish, dude. I just don't. I speak more Japanese than I speak Spanish, which is fucking weird. And people just get thrown off by that because I'll be speaking Japanese and they're looking at me like, what's this fucking wetback speaking? Like, what is he saying?
Well, it's funny because like if you had glasses on, you could pass.
Oh yeah,
you could totally pass for a zipper.
I guess everybody can, dude. Yeah, just put on some big teeth.
Yeah,
good old fucking.
Definitely. It's funny because if you like watch old movies, like have you ever seen West Side Story, the old one?
Yeah,
they have a bunch of Puerto Ricans playing, or a bunch of Asians playing the Puerto Ricans.
Oh, dude,
it's so funny. It's like all the girls that are Puerto Rican
are
like Japanese.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you put a knife on me, I'm Puerto Rican. You know, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
I can switch, and then if I say coño, I'm Cuban. You know, it just
coño. Yeah.
Oh no, they say yeah, they say coño a lot. Yeah. I'll just say papi. I'm Puerto Rican.
You say papi, you're queer.
Dude, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I remember when I used to live in California, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans, and they would tell me like, "Oh yeah, papi." I'm like, "Hey, bro, in my language, bro, that's not what you say."
Como se dice pause?
So I got interested in you. You came up in my algorithm, bro. I saw the one where you're just basically roasting Juanita and she's roasting you back. You know, I mean, y'all having like a little duel. And dude, it's fucking hilarious. The first one that you come up with is the Alex Jones. It's good to meet one of Alex Jones's gay frogs.
Yeah.
Dude, that one got me. I was just like, oh, who's this fucking guy? I gotta get him on.
Oh, dude, it was probably the most epic roast battle I've ever done. Just because there was so much build up to it with so much real like actual beef. It was wild.
Also, you and Juanita have actual beef.
Dude,
sorry, we cannot talk about it.
We should talk about it.
Okay, talk about that shit.
So it's allegedly squashed, but not really squashed. I don't. You know how women are, and but no, it was like months long building up to this battle, and it was so dumb. I should probably start at the beginning. So there's this comedian, and if you're familiar with Kiltony, you've probably seen him. His name's Keegan Carmichael. I want to preface everything I'm about to say with I've never had a bad interaction with him. He's a very, very kind, nice, gentle guy, but he is completely ripping off Mitch Hedberg. It's just like mind, body, soul of Mitch Hedberg. And a lot of people in the scene have been annoyed with it, but nobody ever says anything. People like to stay positive and kind because it's Austin. And I was kind of on that train until one day I saw him on Rick Diaz's podcast, and he's like, he compared himself to the Beatles.
Wow.
Because they did Twist and Shout was a cover. So not only do I love the Beatles, but I love Mitch, and to hear him compare himself to both was crazy. So I didn't want to be like a petty like bitch and just post something on Instagram. I was like, well, how can I make this funny? So I did a character of him doing Mitch Hedberg. So I was doing a character of a character. I was the dude playing a dude pretending to be another dude.
I was just thinking that Tropic Thunder shit. Tropic Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, damn. I hope I'm getting this wrong, but yeah.
Yeah. So I do that at this mic called Banana Phone. It's a roast heckle mic. Best show in Austin. It's free, 10 p.m. Sundays. Go check it out. But levels the room because everybody knows what I'm talking about. But Juanita's friends with him, and she didn't like it, and so she started talking a lot of poopy on my name. We were friends, and then she stopped talking to me after that. Started talking a lot of poopy behind my ass, and then I posted the video of the character, and she started talking shit in the comments. And I'm usually one of those people where it's like, you can talk shit about me, but like with my friends, I'm very like protective and loyal to my friends. She started making fun of my friend, so then I did a character of her named Francesca, and that detonated the room, and it just kept escalating from there. There was some allegations she made against my roommate, my current roommate, who was her former roommate, that were proven false. And then once they got proven false, she turned it on me. Started this whole coalition of women, like a whole group of women led by a man, and it to like not harass me, but like assassinate my character.
White liberal women,
for
like
the
woke women. I mean,
I guess like the people that took it seriously probably were.
oh man, those are the worst.
But thankfully, I've like people know me within the scene. Like I'm not like huge, but like I'm open with people. I walk up to everybody, I say hi, so people knew like me. And they're like, oh, this is bullshit. So I had like 20 messages one day saying she sent them this message saying that I was this guy that harasses women and she's organizing a group against me. And then over the next week, I probably had another 25 to 30, if not more, like women in the scene walk up to me and be like, hey, I got this message from Juanita. And she didn't know I knew any of this. So I posted a video challenging her to a roast battle, just to settle it on stage, because that's where, you know, I think comedy beef should be settled, is on stage. And a month or two before, she had been offered to roast battle me, but she refused. But then she took this one, and it was a good time for me.
If I'm correct, that was part 2, right? The one I'm talking about with the frogs and Scout Fire.
Well, that was all from the same roast battle.
Oh, okay.
It was just clipped up.
Gotcha.
Get more videos into the algorithm.
Yeah. Dude, that was epic, man.
Thank you.
It was hilarious, and I thought y'all were like friends though, because y'all are both laughing. Y'all don't seem like there's not a lot of animosity between y'all, because you could tell when there's two people that hate each other or don't like each other. Hate's kind of a strong word, but I was like, oh, okay, they're probably cool with it and they're having fun. I did not know that was real.
So yeah. There was a lot of beef the whole roast is on like my YouTube, and you can hear Michael Ridley, the person that runs Roast Battle in Austin. He announced it because you don't understand how much of an event this ended up being that I didn't know it became. I did a spot at NAR Bar, and people were like, "Are you ready for the roast?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And they're like, "Everybody at Shakespeare's and NAR's been talking about it. Everybody's going." So we're the second roast in 5 roasts. And he goes, this next, we had to make a switch to the lineup. This next roast is based with real Austin open mic beef. And we're backstage, and we just hear it detonate the room. Like everybody was there to see it. Yeah. And she was cool before the roast too. You know, because she was like, like we should just squash it. And I was like, dude, we were friends for like 2 years. I really don't care. It's fine.
So y'all did have a relationship prior to that.
We were always very warm, and I mean, lately we haven't been, but it's seemed to subside a little bit. But now she apparently wants a rematch.
I saw that you put roast or what is it?
Set for set.
Set for set. I voted roast, by the way.
Yeah. Everybody's like roaster again. I'm like, why would we roast again? Anybody can write roast. Let's see how she does in comedy and how I do, and then make a decision from there. But she wants to roast again. A lot of people that have responded to that said a roast would be fun. So I think we're probably going to end up rematching for a new decision, if there's a new decision.
Well, that makes sense when you explain it like that. Like, yeah, we already did the roast. Let's see who's set for set. Let's see who fucking kills more.
Yeah, we don't need a sequel.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about it that way, so I'll take back my vote.
No, you're good. It's apparently it's happening. She said she got the good to go from Ridley, so I'm guessing within the near future we'll be rematching at Roast Battle. I don't know how that one's gonna go.
Yeah. So explain that to me. I never even heard of that until I saw your video, and I was like, "What is this?" Because it looks fucking fun. Like the crowd gets in it as well, right?
Well, so there's Roast Battle, I post a lot of Roast Battle, but I post a lot of Banana Phone too. It's two separate but similar shows. Roast Battle Austin is part of the Roast Battle League, which is an international like roast league, and it's head to head with some judges. Banana Phone, it's basically you sign up online and they choose if you're on, and then you get a minute of comedy. But after a minute, they ring a bell, and everybody in the crowd and the panel of Banana Phone starts heckling and roasting you. So that's the crowd interaction one.
Okay, because they have that here, like open mic heckler night or whatever.
Yeah.
Sean Latham. I don't know if you know Sean Latham.
No, he sounds white.
I don't know what he is. I was I'm thinking, is he half Hispanic? But I didn't ask him that. But he rolls in like groups with Fluffy and all that, so he's
right.
kind of like up there. And he was telling me about this heckler night that they have in San Antonio. I haven't been to it, so I've been wanting to check that out. But he was explaining how it's pretty wild that everybody just shits on you.
And all that. Yeah. It sounds like Banana Phone. I'm a little biased towards Banana Phone, but it's the most fun show because the audience is already part of the show, but now they get to be like part of like what they get a say in what's going on in the show. Because usually when you're doing stand up, they're there and they're part of it, but it's just they're giving you feedback through laughter. This, you get people chiming in, and then you'll have crowd members getting laughs, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's the way he explained it. He said it's really cool and he was saying it's kind of like a heavyweight bout match, where because you're just going against just random people. You don't know what's going to be said. So I'm curious, has anybody ever wrecked you where you're like, oh fuck, you got me?
Yeah, all the time, all the time.
What is something?
I am very good at editing. I'm not that funny. All right.
It's all edits.
It's all edits. All right. Little secret. There's lots of cuts. No. I don't know if you're familiar with Peyton Ruddy, but he always, when he was around in Austin and he would go to Banana Phone, he would always wreck me. And then the panel, I don't know where this narrative came from for the past 2 years, but they always call me Native American, and I'm not. I did Ancestry, 0% Native American, 0% African, 0 Ooga Booga in the blood. And
you could definitely pass for Native American, bro.
Apparently.
When I see you,
they always hit me with Frank, don't put the peace pipe all the way to the back of your throat, or like you harass women with smoke signals, like shit like that.
Sexting with smoke signals.
Yeah, I get wrecked by the panel. I'll get the occasional wreck from the crowd.
So I didn't know you could fucking do an eggplant with smoke signals. What is this?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's good though. Because I would assume I've never done stand up, but I would assume that keep you on your toes, right, and get you fucking ready for these roasts that you're participating in.
Yeah, it helps develop that bone. Like for one, I've never roasted before moving to Austin. I didn't start roasting until I started going to Banana Phone, and that's where I kind of like opened up that can of worms and got into it. But then being on stage and getting heckled and having to respond, sometimes it's not good. It's a little overstimulating because everybody's yelling at you. It can get hectic, but sometimes you're in the pocket and it really helps you get quicker on your feet, which I need to be quicker on my feet.
Don't we both?
Yeah.
I thought we're breaking these chairs at this moment.
They're comfortable.
They are comfortable.
I looked at them. I was like, I hope we're not sitting in them. And then we sat in them. I was like, oh, this is much better than I thought it was going to be.
It's like, goddamn it, we're sitting on those fucking chairs.
Yeah, no, this is much better. I feel like it's good for my posture.
All right, there you go.
It's good.
And how long have you been doing comedy, man?
Like 5 years. I hit 5 years in March. Excuse me. I hit 5 years in March.
You're not even drinking. Look at you.
Yeah, that's why I don't need to drink. I was writing comedy, and I wrote a lot of like comedic, kind of screenplay stuff before I started comedy. So if you're looking at in terms of like writing comedy, probably closer to like 7 years. But I didn't get on stage until 2021.
Okay, so you're like in your late 20s right now?
Yeah, I turn 28 next month.
Nice.
Yeah, big 28.
Next month, so June. Damn, already.
Yeah.
28. And did you see your life going this way when you first started, or has it been everything you wanted?
No, I always knew my life was going to go to shit.
It's always going to be.
Dude, I knew it. I knew for a fact I would be living very, very not even frugal because I spend all my money, just broke. But you know, I met a lot of cool people, and gotten a lot of very cool opportunities, and gotten to travel to a lot of places I wouldn't have otherwise. So, you know, I'm thankful for what I've achieved, and I'm trying to work towards other stuff. So I mean, like with comedy, you can't really. Like a lot of people get into comedy, they're like, "Oh, I want to be famous. I want to be on Netflix." And I mean, I think everybody has a little bit of that, but some people are like really focused on that and the money. And it's like if you don't set any expectations like that, then you're never going to be disappointed. You know?
Yeah, that is the best advice. I've always said with like doing this, I wouldn't care to be like rich, famous. I would just like it to pay the bills. So I can only do this, and that's as far as I would like. Like I can take care of my family. And they're good, and we can travel once a year, we're fucking fine. I've traveled a lot in my life, so I'm like, I'm good, you know. But I want my kids to like experience, you know, some of the stuff. So I'm like, at 18, I'm telling them, hey, get the fuck out of here, go to Europe for a year, go do something, you know. Don't fucking just go to college.
I'm gonna call ICE. You better be out of the house.
I know, right? Have you like toured around with comedy, or you just been traveling on your own?
I've never like toured, but when I was in the Midwest, I kind of hit like everywhere in the Midwest. Some of like the first out of town shows I did were in like Iowa. I've been to St. Louis and done a couple things, nothing crazy. Chicago, didn't really do anything crazy. I went all the way to Ohio. That was the first time I ever headlined, and I was not ready. But I went to Ohio. I did 2 shows in Ohio. But that was all like when I still lived in Illinois. Here, for the most part, I've really stuck to Austin. I did a Don't Tell out here in San Antonio. But other than that, I really haven't traveled outside the city.
How did your experience in San Antonio go? Did you kill?
I didn't kill. It was when I was putting together the material for my album. So my friend Kyler, he's from Austin, but he runs the shows at Blind Tiger out here. And he's like, yeah, come through. I'll give you 25. I'll give you 30, whatever you want. You know, well, and I was like, cool, perfect. The crowd was very, very receptive. It was a smaller crowd. It was underneath this like weird ethnic, like Chuck E. Cheese adjacent shit. I don't know. And,
very fancy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Classy.
I don't even know how to describe it. There was like Japanese vending machines, but then there was like dudes in like pirate costumes and like pictures of Virgin Mary or something on the wall. It was the weirdest building I've ever been into, but it was really fun. And then in the basement is this little kill box, this little room. And so we had maybe like 20 people there, but it sounded a lot better, and they were very receptive. So I mean, like, yeah, no. San Antonio's cool. It's like they're hungry for comedy.
Yeah, Japanese vending machines. What the fuck? I haven't never seen one here.
Yeah, it had like underwear and shit,
like,
I'm sure.
I was gonna say, are we talking dirty panties?
No, it was like those little Japanese toys, and there was these fucking fat weeb girls like standing out there.
You mean those little quarter ones?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like an actual.
Well, they were like electronic, not like the corner ones, but they had like little toys and stuff in them. And I just remember seeing a massive white woman, like standing at them, and I was like, Jesus, like, oh, this must be Japanese. But yeah,
a massive white woman.
Yeah, usually the weebs stick to Japanese shit. But.
Yeah, no, I know because dude, I have a stupid story with that because me and my friend before I lived there, we're visiting Japan, and we're like, we gotta get dirty panties, right? I mean, who goes to Japan and not gets dirty panties? That's what I want to know. And I go and I have them on like a carry-on. I have them in like this bag because I was like, I'm protecting these motherfucking panties. And I just take them, and then I get through the fucking. I'm going through the check-in, and the guy that's there, the TSA guy, he looks at it, and he picks it out, and he looks at me, and I'm like, ah. Then he gets another one, and I had like 3 of them because I'm like giving them to my friends, when I get home. And he just looks at me, and I was like, Japan, bro, it's fucking wild.
Like they're comfortable. Sorry.
and the people behind me are just there, and I'm like, oh, dude, I look like a fucking pervert.
Were they pungent? Did it waft out?
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I never opened them because I just wanted to. In my head, I was like, dude, it's kind of epic to have just a pair. It was enclosed, right? Like, plastic enclosed, like a
bag
toy.
Of Lay's or
yeah,
Fritos?
like a toy.
Nice.
Where you have to like tear it. Cool. So I gave 2 to my friends because they were like, dude, I gotta fucking. That's cool as fuck. And then I left one at home, and then my nephew. I came home one time, and I was talking to my mom, And I was like, hey, where did my souvenir? Because I had souvenirs from Europe and Japan and other places I went. I was like, where did my souvenirs go from Japan? She goes, oh, they're in that thing. And I look and it's opened up. And my fucking nephew tells me him and his friend opened them up.
This shit smell like sushi.
And yeah, man, it was. I never got to.
It's unfortunate you didn't get the first waft.
I know. I mean, you got to.
Yeah, man. You're really sealing the flavor. That's so crazy.
It's all about free. That's what freedom's about.
Hey, Japanese guys, stop. Like, you guys are crazy.
Dude, they do some. Did you see that new shit that they have in Japan where you get like a cup of tea, and some chick will the milk she'll put it in her mouth, like she'll drink it, she won't swallow it, and then she'll fucking put it back in your tea. Like
OnlyFans has ruined the world, dude. Like that's all it is. It's you in real person fives, online tens have ruined the world and economy.
Bro, do y'all have a lot of like OnlyFans comedians in Austin?
Oh, dude, it's a problem. And I probably shouldn't have said OnlyFans ruins the world. I've been trying to get on the LMAOF. I love OnlyFans. Sell your souls.
Sell your souls. And
sell
your
your souls and your body. Your pussy is worth $6.99 a month. I promise. You will have no regrets. Your children will never see it.
The internet lives forever, ladies.
But we have a few. We have a few. There's some pretty good ones. There's some pretty not so good ones. But I mean, there's like it's leaked into everything. Like there's musicians with OnlyFans. There's actresses with OnlyFans. So yeah, there's gonna be comics with OnlyFans, and you know,
because I know one got really famous.
Yeah,
like really, she's pretty out there now.
Yeah,
and she's cute. All right, where she looks cute on video. I don't know.
Are you talking about
the one that was on Uncle Laser's podcast not that long ago? She's I don't know, but she's talking about like she's on Kill Tony. She's talking about having an OnlyFans.
The one the like awkward one.
Yeah, she's kind of awkward. Yeah,
Layla. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that group chats have not gotten pictures of Layla, but
it's like they're floating.
They're out there, man. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't go looking, but I've seen them. Nice. I don't know what to tell you, but
I'll send you my number later. You know?
Dude, yeah, send me your number.
I'm getting none of these group chats. Why am I not in these group chats?
Because Austin comics are pigs, and me included.
I mean, all men. Come on.
All men. Yeah, you should choose the bear, ladies.
Yeah. So you've been doing writing, comedy, and what made you choose Austin? Was it the whole just revolution that went on there with Joe Rogan moving there and everything, or you just chose it before all that?
I was lied to by Joe Rogan. That's how I chose Austin.
That's
a big part of it for sure. Like I just remember because I was in a smaller town. There's one club. It's a fire hazard. It's falling apart. And it is a charming place, and I love it. And it's a great place to start comedy. But in Peoria, there's like nothing to do, and even when there is stuff to do, there's like no room to grow. There's no expansion. And I had gotten to the point in Peoria where I was able to do comedy like 4 to 6 nights a week if I really wanted to, and be getting paid for about half of those. So I'd make, some money off of it, and I could do it whenever I wanted. And I just felt like I was like, well, this is probably like, obviously I'll get better eventually, but this is probably the ceiling here. Excuse me. So, my friend Isaac, he's the co-host of my podcast, of our podcast.
What is your podcast?
It's called Sorry Time. It's very fun. We don't post often, but we have lots of episodes banked, so maybe you'll hear one. But he moved down here about a year before I did, and he was probably my closest friend in Peoria. And then during a manic episode, I bought a train ticket here and threw out a bunch of my shit and came down. So it was just a mix of, having Isaac here, he's the homie, and then just hearing Rogan talk about how great it was here and him being, not wrong, but not 100% correct. And that's how I got to Austin, JRE and Isaac.
And what are some things that you see that are problems with like the comedy scene in Austin?
Oh boy.
You don't have to go in specifics and shit.
Oh boy. Funny you should ask. I don't know. I think the biggest problem, the two biggest problems in Austin right now the 3 biggest problems in Austin right now.
It's all 2 minutes later, the 100th biggest problem in Austin.
I'll narrow it down to these 3 because
Three's good.
These 3. For one, and this is going to be in every scene, but because it's so dense here, and because Rogan's here, and they've created that culture, which is very funny when it's done right, but. There's a lot of comedians that come here and they're very like edgy and they try to be offensive, but they forget to be funny. So you really do at a lot of open mics have just racists on stage, which, they're learning and they'll figure it out once they get in front of an audience. Like, oh, maybe I should throw a punchline in there and not just say retarded, but so that's one of the problems.
I love me a grand wizard, right? Man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Oh, dude, our hoods are a little bit pointier in Austin. But I think the second biggest problem is probably how toxically positive it is. And if that doesn't make sense, it's just it's so overwhelmingly positive, which can be great because there's a lot of scenes that are negative. But like nothing pisses me off more in Austin than when I eat shit and I know I eat shit and some fucking idiot comes up to me like, "Hey man, good set." It's like, it wasn't, and tell me it wasn't so I can get better. Like, be honest with me. Don't lie to me. So like that's a big thing there. And then fuck, what was the third one? I did have it. All right, I guess there's just 2.
So
yeah, two major problems.
Toxic positivity. I have not heard that before,
dude.
Okay,
that's how you get Yerke and Carmichael's, because he is a nice guy and he does have friends. But because people don't want to be honest with people and tell them uncomfortable truths, so then they're encouraged to keep doing not good shit, even if it's successful. Like my big thing, I think this year, my biggest kind of like epiphany was like fame and infamy. People don't know the difference between it, but when both of them are like starting, it's exactly the same. You're getting a lot of feedback and you're getting a lot of attention and you're getting a lot of following and you might even be getting a lot of money. But then when you zoom out and look at the broader scope of it, they have 2 very different paths. So that was like my big thing this year is like trying to identify, what's gonna make you famous versus what's gonna make you infamous.
And what would you say is a big difference between like Midwest comedy and down here in Texas? Like, what are some? I mean, obviously the audience is different because we're heavily Hispanic down here. As you can tell,
unfortunately,
that's the third one.
They're not setting their best.
They're not setting their best.
Quite frankly,
what is the difference between that?
This is gonna sound so like derivative of what a lot of people would say, but just like you can actually say things down here. Everywhere else I've gone to do comedy, everywhere else I've like visited and happened to do comedy at, people are very like, oh, you can't joke about this. You can't joke about that. You can't joke about this. You can't joke about that. And my opinion is comedy is like the only level playing field, whether you're a straight white male, a gay black person, or an Asian fat idiot. Because everything's up for grabs. Everybody's like, you should punch up, not punch down. It's like, no, comedy's about taking swings and finding out what works. And sometimes you're gonna be punching down because it is funny. Sometimes you're punching up, and there's a little bit of a moral victory in that. But like, you're just allowed to actually experiment and find your voice out here. Versus where when I was in Illinois, like my friend Isaac, he's one of the funniest people I know, and he was telling this joke about a commercial of people with Down syndrome, and it was a very funny joke. And they're all in like different costumes of like endangered animals. So I'm gonna butcher this, but he doesn't tell the joke anymore. But I'm still gonna butcher it. It's like it just pans to one kid with Down syndrome. He's like, "I'm a giraffe." Pans to another one with like, "I'm a rhino." And so it's all these extinct, almost these endangered animals, and at the end he's like, "If you don't act soon, someday we will be extinct too." And then he goes,
so it's like an abortion kind of thing?
He's like, so isn't that the point? Like, are you saying you want more? This is his words, not mine. More retarded kids? And the club owner loses it. He's like, you don't say that on my stage. While he's on stage, crowds there, like, we don't say that word here. That shit doesn't fly here. Keep in mind, this is the same owner that's stolen a goat and drops the hard R, but can't say retard. Like,
yeah, it is weird how people pick and choose. Like, I know what you mean. Like, where some people, and I think people are trying to be funny. They just don't, like you said, they're trying to find their voice.
Yeah, they don't know.
I don't think anybody ever goes into comedy thinking I just want to offend people. Like, I want to have a.
Some people do,
for
sure,
really,
for sure.
I've never seen it, but I've seen a lot of women now. Where I went to the open mic at Mothership the other day.
Okay,
and the whole time she's just talking about abortion and killing kids. But it wasn't even funny. She was just like, I have honor. I haven't had the honor yet to kill my kids. And then at the end, she's like, abortion, and that's the end. And I was like, what's funny?
Can I try and guess who this was?
I don't even know. It was an open mic. It was just random people.
Was she Hispanic?
She was a white girl.
She was a white girl? Oh, I think I know who it was.
And she just kept saying abortion, and I was like, what is that? Like, I mean, okay, you want to kill kids. I get it. You're screaming, like the whole time and then the guy comes up, he's like, oh, abortion, yeah. And he was like trying to make it funny, which he kind of did. And I was like, okay. And I wasn't offended by it. I'm just more like, can you at least make it funny?
Yeah. Every day we stray further from God. It's crazy.
But it is wild. I've seen that over and over. I've even had like some females like, oh, I haven't had the honor of having an abortion. And I'm like, when did that become an honorable thing? Like, like would it be accomplished? Yeah. Like, what?
That's a complex issue.
No, but I
have my own thoughts on it.
Yeah, be funny.
So yeah, the point is be funny. Yeah,
I think if you're gonna say it in a funny way, other than like you're just gonna tell me, like George Carlin, right? He was very political. He was fucking funny though, and it was like social commentary. But he at least made it like he had punchlines to it, and it was more like social commentary a lot of times, but I mean, still, I thought he was funny.
Yeah.
But when you're just like ranting on your political beliefs, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, are you gonna make it funny though?
Yeah, definitely. If people don't understand, because like I do like edgier stuff.
Yeah, you do some edgy shit.
I do some edgier stuff.
You do some pretty edgy shit. I've seen it because when they introduce you, they call you transphobe, right?
He was just riffing. I don't like that he called me a trans. I've clapped too many man lady cheeks to be a transphobe.
I lived in Thailand, so I'm good.
Oh, I got American president,
and I got my stripes.
Yeah, you got your brown stripes, and so I'm not a trans. But like, with being edgy, because like just even in my material, I have a joke about like if you fucked a dead, if like necrophilia brought dead people back to life, would you fuck a kid? Like that's like the whole like idea of the joke.
That's a fucked up question. Would you? How about you?
But
I didn't even want to answer that question. It's so fun.
But like, I
That's
feel
a good
like,
one, though.
Yeah, I feel like with comedy, if you're going, like, there's this line, and you're always riding the line, and you can step over the line, but when you step over the line, you're creating tension, and the relief has to be twice as good. That's my idea behind it. And sometimes I don't always hit that mark at all, but sometimes I do. And I think that's what people should strive for, is like, because it's fine to talk about, like, you should be able to talk about whatever you want, like. Some of like the best bits that are involving the N-word are told by white comedians. Like that say it. And like Louis C.K. has a great bit about the N-word, how it's just white people getting away with saying the N-word. And like Carlin, he has a bit where he says the N-word, and like the difference is he puts thought and time and tries to put as much meaning into it as he can, so that it's not just this dude being crass. It's like, oh, this is an idea that should be talked about, and it makes me uncomfortable, but at least I'm laughing.
Joe Biden had a really good bit on using the N-word.
Yeah, corn pop.
No, you ever seen that one? They have an N-word this and N-word that. He just goes off. It's like, damn, Biden, you're fucking going on.
Man, I'm not even gonna lie. I miss Biden. I miss him so much. Everybody's like, Trump's funny. Biden was so funny, dude.
I mean, it was sad funny almost.
You remember watching him ride that bike? And he
just falls.
It's like a gust of wind has hit the president.
This is one thing I was upset about, right? Because when Trump's president, everybody shits on him. And open game, man. You're a public figure. It's open game. I'm not at all saying you shouldn't do that. But when Joe Biden was president, you rarely saw people riffing on him.
Well, it was such like towards the end of his presidency, I think people really started shitting on him.
I rarely saw, like, if you watch any comedy, bro, Like, I mean, I'm talking about like I'm not talking about like the open mics and all that because I can't speak for that because I'm not in every open mic facility, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about just in TV. You never saw people like even like South Park never shit on them. I'm like, South Park, come on, dude. Like, there's so much material.
Yeah.
Like when he's all America, sum it up in one word. It's like, come on, bro. Like, come on, go on this. You know, do something.
If we know anything about the mainstream media and the justice system in America, they're both expedient, just, and not lopsided in any direction.
They're very unbiased.
They're very unbiased. But also, like, at the time, too, it was like COVID. So, like, everybody, like politics got so big during COVID because what else was there to do but sit at home on Facebook and watch, you know, George Floyd, I don't know, like, you know, watch Derek Chauvin protest the national anthem.
Tulsa King was huge.
Tulsa King was huge. What? Rittenhouse, like, all that shit happened.
Tulsa King was fucking huge. You remember that shit? It's so crazy. That he was just this celebrity and he was in jail.
And it's all fake. It's all fake. It's all manufactured. It's all fake. None of it matters. We're all going to die. Like, it's seriously. Like, so do you know what Jubilee is?
What
like, the surrounded videos, like the debates with like one person in the middle and they all run up.
Oh, yeah. And they all run up to the chair and get offended and they have the red flags. Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I did one of those.
What?
Yeah. And I'm here to tell you.
Hold on. You did one of those Jubilees?
I did.
Who was the speaker?
Isaiah something. He was this. He's an African American politician, I think, from Houston. But it's all fake.
What was it? Okay, real fast because I never met anybody on those. Republican or Democrat?
I was playing a MAGA Republican, and I say playing very seriously because I want people to know I'm not a Republican and I'm not really MAGA anymore because this has been a shit show. This
I agree. I always tell people I'm not Republican, but I'm conservative as fuck.
Sure,
I'm too conservative for most Republicans, to be completely honest.
I say some very conservative stuff, like 1800s conservative stuff at home alone and in the car alone.
He goes, I write it down just to get it out.
Yeah, I say it 7 times in the mirror before I go outside just to keep it in.
I really like how Shane Gillis said that. He goes, if you study history, it's coming. And that's when to be honest, once I became like a history teacher, that's when I really got real conservative. And I was like, okay. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, I felt that. Like,
yeah.
100%. But I totally agree with you on a lot of the stuff you're saying. I agree. I hung up my my hat.
Yeah. Donnie, what'd you do, man?
You betrayed us.
People who say the N-word don't even support you anymore. Like, that's crazy. How do you fumble them? They're so dumb.
I know, right? It's like, Jesus Christ. You had it all. But where were we at? I forgot. We
were talking about Jubilee.
Oh, yeah. So tell me why it's fake and what was your experience?
For one, it's very easy to infiltrate. I'm fairly centrist. Like, I used to say I was libertarian, but that's moved more right. I'm pretty flat in the middle. Like, at least politically. Really, all I care about is Christ. That's it. And some of my views lean right, some of them lean left. But I saw an ad on YouTube saying, audition to be in the next Surrounded video, and then it was like MAGA Republican. So I just studied for like a day and what like a MAGA person would say, and I had an interview with this sweet little Asian twink guy. He was so nice, really looked out for me, really pushed for me to get on. And so a fake Republican made it in. And then, so the way, I don't even know if I hope I'm allowed to say this. I mean, I'm not worth shit, so they can sue me. But, so the way they structure these videos, regardless of who's debating in the middle, it could be Charlie Kirk, it could be Joe Biden, it could be left, right, whatever the fuck. The way they structure it and script it is that person is the hero. And that person chooses like 4 or 5 prompts, and you get the email like a week before what the prompts are going to be. They also do a mock debate with you, so they know what your strong suits are. So they know what you know about. They know what you don't know about.
So it's like reality TV.
Yeah.
For debating.
And then the whole run to the
pussies.
Yep,
no,
exactly.
I'm sorry.
The whole run to the chair, that's fake. I think that's more for safety reasons, though, but that is fake. They choose who goes in debates each time, and then they make you act like you're going to rush the chair. So
you need to send me this link. I want to see that.
Yeah,
shit.
dude, it's crazy because really they set it up every time for the person in the middle to seem the most reasonable. And sometimes you'll have debaters that do really well against them still get shown, but really they're gonna pick you for the topic you know least about. Like the only topic I cared about that we were talking about was immigration because both my parents are immigrants. It's the only thing I know anything about, and I do lean more conservative on that. But they wouldn't pick me. They refused to pick me. And then finally, the last prompt was the economy, and you raise your hand if they choose you. I don't know shit about the economy, but I was like, I just flew to LA and took 3 buses to get here. I'm getting in this fucking video. I don't know shit about the economy, so I went up. I dapped the dude up. He's like, "Hey man, nice dappy." I'm like, "Hey, yeah, Mister, put it on. You look good." And then we had this bullshit conversation. They cut it all out anyway, so it didn't even matter. But
I do gotta say, the economy has to be one of the toughest ones because no matter what side you're on, there's always a rebuttal to that, whatever they're going to say. Because historians are humans, and they're going to be on both sides of the aisle. Yeah. So you're fucked no matter what, unless you know every little thing about, like, and at that, you might get him on one, and he's going to get you on one, and the economy's hard, bro. That's a tough one.
The economy, it's so stupid. And, like, it wasn't like he was wrong that it wasn't like the economy was booming. But at that time, it was still like he had just gotten into office. Like, that was his first year in office, and he had just implemented the tariffs. So, like, his big thing, no matter what they were talking about, was he took it back to the economy. So when they talked about immigration, he moved it back to the economy. So he's really more of an economist than anything, it sounds like. But, yeah, no, it's all fake. They want... That's funny. If the culture war was a real war, they are a blue and white flagged country selling arms to both sides.
I feel like the culture war is kind of...
It's manufactured.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I think culturally, I think it's a real thing amongst people. Maybe the people on top are playing their little things, but I mean, it's definitely like there's things that I see now, and I'm like, wow, that's an extreme position to take on certain things where, like I said, where it used to be safe, legal, and rare to now. And I don't even like talking about that, but to where it's just one that always pops up because I hear it so often because it's always thrown in your face. And then like the whole like, hey, let's have these things reading to fucking kids. Like, why? No, but I'm one of those people. I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck. You want to dress up and do your thing? Hey, bro, more power to you. I don't give a shit. But why do you target one specific demographic of people that are very young? Like it's
children.
It's just
midgets. No.
Well, if they're midgets, I'm fine. They're adults.
Well, it's socially engineered because both sides of the aisle, and no matter what your opinion is, usually you're scared for the kids. Like, so they know to target on both ends. They know to target right wingers with trans people and kids and grooming kids. They know to target left wingers with the church grooming kids. So like it's all socially engineered because none of this stuff happened like really even 20, 30 years ago. It's all social media. It's all brainwashed us. We have no attention span. We have no freedom to think for ourselves. Yep. And like I miss, like my mom tells me this and I agree with her. It's like I miss the days when you didn't even know who your neighbor voted for because it didn't matter. It's impolite to talk about politics. That's what I miss.
Well, the thing is, and I was just talking about this, and we'll get off this subject because I want to talk about more fun stuff.
Yeah.
It's like back in the day, the people that talked about politics were really well versed in politics.
Yeah, they were smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like when I talk to somebody, I'll ask them, "What do you know?" And if they just like, "Oh, I know this," I'm like, I'm not even going to debate you.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, and I'll be real. I fucking study this shit like crazy. Mm-hmm. So I know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, if you don't, and I'm not saying I'm like a Charlie Kirk or know every little fucking thing, but if you know what you're talking about, I'll be like, okay, we'll have a little discussion about it. But if you don't, and you're just like, oh, I saw this, and I'm just regurgitating little bullshit that I seen online.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm not going to debate you because it's a waste of my time. Like,
I saw a TikTok that explained the housing crisis in 60 seconds. I know what I'm talking about.
I know what the 08 fucking crash was about.
Yeah. And I didn't live through the recession, but I know.
I know, yeah. And that's one thing that just divides people too much. And I'm like, fuck that. Let's just have fun and drink some beer and talk some shit. But yeah, that's interesting that you got on that because I've seen that. I've always seen it where it's mostly right wingers, but that's my algorithm, I guess. It's always like PBD or kind of so-ins or try to like whatever, and they just have the most insane guests on, I guess. Yeah, and it's like they purposely put those people.
My favorite moment of all time on Surrounded, because there's some great moments, and I think it was back probably when it was more actually like organic and real and not so scripted. Was they had a gay activist in the middle, and they had a bunch of evangelicals surrounding him, and this blonde girl or something goes up, and they're debating about like whether homosexuality is natural and okay, and she goes, well, if it's so natural, how come when gay people get older you guys shit yourselves so much?
Oh yes.
You just see him go
I remember that. She goes, and she had facts. She goes like so many percentage of people don't even know when they're shitting because they shit themselves because their ass is
I love gay people though, but that is funny.
It is funny. No, that was comedic.
It was she has chops, man.
I remember that one.
I'm surprised they didn't cut that out because most of the guys that work there are pretty fruity. So it's like
that was a good one. But are you gonna stay in Austin, or are you thinking of leaving, or what's going on with that?
I'm thinking of leaving, but it's all based on a variable. Because eventually, I'm not going to stay in Austin forever. It is a bubble, and you're not going to build a career just being in Austin. But it's like a great like iron sharpens iron. There's a lot of great comedy here and a lot of opportunity. But my goal, if things work out the way I want them to, is eventually I will get past at Mothership. That's the goal. I want to get past at Mothership. Once I get past at Mothership, whether it's as a door guy or just as, I'm allowed to go up there, I'd like to stick around for 3, maybe 4 years after that and just build my network and build my act and get a really solid 45 to 60 down with real audiences. Then I want to move to New York because New York is where it's at for comedy.
For sure. And I think one of the advantages of New York is just it never sleeps. And that is true. Have you ever been in New York? You could go out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning and they're fucking still out.
Yep.
And one of the guys explained it really well. I forgot what comedian it was. And he was saying like, one thing about New York is you could fucking go to a club at like 8, go to another one at 9, take a train, go to another one at 11, 12. And then you could go one at 3, 4. And then he goes, and you're doing your set all night, perfecting your craft. Absolutely. By the time you know it, after a month of doing that shit, like hustling and grinding, he's all, you got your shit down.
The opportunities are endless, are there if you go for them. And it's the same here, but that was the third problem. Fuck. Yeah. We're back.
We're back, baby.
We're back. The third problem with Austin, and this correlates with New York, is Austin is a bar show scene, which sucks. Because when you go to a bar, you go there to drink and to watch the game and to catch up with your friends. You don't go to listen to some random open micer talk about their balls. But the problem is all the comics here, they're like, oh, I need stage time with an audience. I need to get on shows. But they don't understand, there's a difference between a bar show and a club show. So you have all these comics who are wasting their time at and it's unfortunate because I love the people that run Narbar and I love Narbar and there's some great shows that go on there, but they waste their time trying to get past there at a bar instead of building a relationship with clubs. And New York is blessed because there's so many comedy clubs. There's so much you can do. Here, there's a lot of comedy clubs, but really the Mothership and Sunset and maybe Cap City are and Creek are like the big four, and Creek and Mothership are really where you want to be. So but in New York you have everything.
That makes sense because if you go to a bar, it's like if I go to a fucking club and I want to play my Azalea Dine or fucking heavy Pantera.
Yeah,
people be like, what the fuck is this?
Who turned off the touch tunes? I just put $5.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that makes sense that people would be, I don't want to listen to this dude fucking talking. I'm here to try to have a good time with my friends.
And sometimes there are bar shows that are great. Sometimes there is. And like I said, Narbar, they've really built something. Shakespeare's has also really built something. But if you go on Austin Comedy's page, probably 80% minimum of these mics and these shows are at bars. And it's a diminishing return after a certain point. You can go hit 10 mics a night, sure. excuse me, you can hit like 10 mics a night, sure, but like, what kind of audience are you getting? What kind of feedback are you getting? So eventually, it's just a diminishing return. You're getting tired of it, and your material is not getting better.
I honestly, my whole take that I thought was Austin was like dog eat dog, the way I was thinking about it. And then when you said like that toxic positivity, I was like, oh wow, I did not see that coming. Because I would think, since it's like the mecca of like comedy right now, I mean, you know, at least for Texas and surrounding states, you know, other than New York. Yeah. I mean, people are coming here from all over to try to. It's almost like a gold rush, right? Like right now with comedy.
It is dog eat dog. The reason it's toxic positivity is because nobody is being genuine when they're being positive.
Would that be because they're just thinking, hey, maybe if he gets famous, I'll kind of have a relationship with them or something?
A lot of people trying to ride coattails. A lot of people trying to clout chase. Because in reality, Austin and a lot of bigger scenes are about who you know. So that is important. But they focus on like one thing I saw when I came here, like I said, people were trying to be offensive before they got funny. Another, like on the same coin, is people are getting famous before they get funny. Like, so now they have this audience, but they have nowhere to go, and then they lose their audience. So like,
I saw that with Timmy No Breaks, where he got really famous, and then I saw him on a podcast, and he goes like, "I'm taking anxiety pills, man," because I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, and he is funny.
He is super funny.
But I was like, that makes sense because he got famous before he had. I mean, I don't know if this is true. I just, from what he was saying in that podcast, before he like really has his shit down, and now he's like anxiety pills. He was saying, and because he's like, fuck, I can't lose it all now, and I have to go on overdrive.
And he's one of the very few that has risen to the occasion because he managed to pull it together and keep it going. I know it's unfortunate that most of his audience isn't his audience, is his character's audience.
Yeah,
and
basically.
And he's voiced that. But no, Tim's a really good guy too. He got really famous out of nowhere. But there's some people that get really famous out of nowhere and can't handle it. Like I know that like just doing okay on Roast Battle. Just doing okay on Roast Battle and then having to go back, knowing I did good last time, puts way more pressure on me going into it the next time, versus where if I've never done it or I did bad last time, I was like, I don't have anything to lose. But now it's weird. Like, not to toot my own cock, but like people, like there's multiple people in the scene that have come up to me and been like, dude, you're like the roast guy. You're the best roaster I know. Like, and I'm like, I'm really not. But it's to the point now because, for better or worse, that clip traveled. So I have people in LA hitting me up like, dude, I have this roast battle. Can you help me write for it next week? And I'm like, I don't know you or this person, and I'm not that good. Like, I'm not that good at all.
You're the, what is it? Jeffrey Ross of Texas?
No, not at all. That'd be, if anything,
no, but I'm saying like, that's what people are assuming, like what you're saying, right? Like, oh shit, like this dude's a roaster.
And I love roasting.
I honestly thought you'd be a good roaster. I was like, fuck, he's gonna roast me. I bet you. I was like, give him like, no, which would be a funny thing.
I'll think of something. Well, give me a few.
There's a lot to work with here. Look at this guy. No, but roasting is a special talent for sure. I mean, but does it pay the bills? Like because you look at Jeffrey Ross, right? Has he really exceeded to his expectation? Like,
well, Jeffrey Ross makes mad dough. Just in residuals, probably
does
makes, because he's done like most of the Comedy Central roasts that people are aware of now, like Justin Bieber, Donald Trump, Charlie Sheen.
The greats.
Yeah, he was some of the most legendary roasts of all time. Tom Brady, Kevin Hart now. Like, just in residuals, I guarantee you he's making 7 figures a year.
What'd you think of the Kevin Hart roast?
It was good. I think
Kevin Hart just fucking was terrible. I didn't.
It's not that he's not. I don't think it was because he was terrible.
No. I mean, I think he's one of the funniest comedians out there. Don't get me. He's hilarious to me.
Yeah,
but when he was just like ranting, and it was like, bro, come on, be Kevin Hart, you know?
Yeah, well, that was his problem, was he was being Kevin Hart, and now that Kevin Hart's this global superstar actor as well as a comedian, he's constantly on. So like he was making fun of Tom Brady for being a bitch in the last one because there was one roast Tom Brady was like, don't say that shit again. But the whole time he's sitting in the corner doing Kevin Hart like, what? what'd you say? Oh, what the, you know, just hearting out. And
I thought that was funny though when he was talking shit about Tom Brady and Tom Brady comes out.
That was very funny.
Yeah, that was good.
It clearly scripted, but it was very funny. But like the whole roast, he's sitting there like, what? Like, you're at a roast. Like, you can't be Kevin Hart like, oh, what'd you say? Like, because you chose to get roasted. And he made a buttload of money for it. I thought it was a great roast. I think the reception to it, I think because Comedy Central is kind of tanked in terms of actual comedy, people aren't as, like, it's not as big a part of the zeitgeist anymore, like big roasts like that, which is unfortunate because they're super fun. Like, that would be the dream, genuinely, is if not even to be a roaster on the dais, but just to write roasts for those, because you still make good money and you just get to be an asshole.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it'd be like working at Dick's all day.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to that restaurant? I've never been there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the sporting goods store.
No. No, they have a restaurant called Dick's. You never even heard of it?
Is it like the restaurant in Chicago where the waitresses are mean to you?
Yes.
No, yeah, no.
I was to say, like, you basically just talk shit to the fucking clients.
Yeah.
I mean, the people coming in to eat. And I've never been there, but I've seen like people say, yeah, they're fucking assholes. Like,
they're brutal.
Yeah, they're brutal.
And it's genuine because I've served tables. I'm a firm believer that no one is born racist, but you grow up and you get a job in the food industry and you learn what you like.
Oh, dude, I was doing valet parking for a long time.
Yeah.
And oh man,
Service industry, yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly. Like, oh, it's one of these. Oh, it's one of the.
When they walk in, you know,
and you already know, like, I'm not gonna get shit with this one. And I still do my job, but I'm like, fuck. It's gonna be one of those.
I got in trouble at Chili's because I would tell the high school hostesses, I'm like, remember, no olds, no Indians. Depending on the blacks, let me know. I got in trouble.
And no foreigners.
Foreigners, actually, depending on the country, are pretty good.
Oh man! Now every time we got any foreigner, and it wasn't that they were mean; they were cool. Like most of them were not like bad people. They just don't tip because they're not. It's not accustomed to their culture.
Well,
which is not their fault. Like, you know, like we go to Japan and you tip, they'll look at you. What the fuck?
They're insulted. Yeah, but also you got to remember you were in valet, and valet, for the most part, and correct me if I'm wrong, but just from the outside looking in, that's more of a higher tax bracket of customer. Because I grew up,
you would think so.
I grew up super lower class, and I'd be like, "Mom, let's just take the valet and walk right in." She'd be like, "No, we're gonna go park a mile away and walk." Like,
which makes sense, but the one thing is, you'll get that couple that's, or whatever it is, family, that they like, let's splurge and get valet, and then they will call on you for every fucking thing. Hey, can you bring my car around? And you're thinking, okay, let me bring your car. Oh yeah, and it'll be something like $1. Oh, thank you, appreciate you. And you're like, okay, and then you'll see him like 10 minutes later. Hey, can you bring my car around? And you're like, all right, let me bring it around.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not there. All right, yeah, you can take it back. And you're not like parking in the garage behind you. Sometimes you're parking like a good half mile away, and I'm like, bro, I'm fucking having to run back and forth. Now I'm losing my turn when I'm losing my turn when motherfuckers are actually tipping because I'm getting your fucking car every 10 minutes.
Yeah. And
I just get furious. Like, can you? I would tell them something, man. What do you need from your car? I'll go get it. And they would say, oh, okay, this. I say, okay, when somebody comes and gets their car, I'll go and get your stuff. And they'd be like, oh, well, you can't just bring it right now. Like, I can, but I'm the only one here. And I would just make up shit. Like, fuck, dude, I ain't gonna bring your car every 10 minutes.
Yeah, walk, fatty. No,
like, fuck. But that was one thing I hated about doing that.
Yeah, fat poors never tip.
You were at Chili's.
I was at Chili's, 45th and Lamar, represent.
Are you on Lamar Street? Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I was at the famous Chili's, and I got fired. I got fired 2 weeks after getting on Kill Tony. Fired.
Okay, so tell me, you've been on Kill Tony then?
Once, like almost 2 years ago.
And how did that go?
It was okay. I definitely didn't do as well as I wanted to. I still got a big joke book, first rip, and ever since then I've signed up every week hoping to get back on and redeem myself, and they're just like, no. So,
but is that they just pick the names out of the box, or they have their own? There's some other system.
I would lean towards yes. I've heard a lot of different theories from people who know people who work for Kill Tony. Some people say it's completely random. Some people say there's two different buckets where like they'll be like, these are the people we want to see. Let's throw all these people in one bucket. I've heard it's completely scripted, but I personally think it is completely random because you know there's just too many weird people that get on, and I'm of the opinion that it's not rigged, but some people think it is.
I would say Kill Tony does get the most random motherfuckers on there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done so much for special needs comics, trans comics. I mean, all comics from all over the place. He's like fucking skyrocketed so many careers in his time. and then when they were like shitting on him for being racist, I'm like, this guy like really just.
I mean,
he just says shit that he don't.
He's a roast comic.
Yeah,
like,
he don't give a fuck. Like he has balls of steel for sure.
And as an Asian, I give him the chink card. All right, he can
you're not even a chink Asian though.
I mean, but to white people, we're all the same. I've been called a chink, and so he has the chink, the gook, the zipperhead, banana, chonky, Chinaman. He has all those cards.
Chonky, I've never heard of that one. What's
Rice bowl, sandbag, all of them.
He got them all. Yeah, I feel like I always tell my friend, I'm like, my kids are half Asian, so they're half Japanese. So I'm like, I could say that my kids are Japanese.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know, but I always think too when I see like a white woman with like a half black kid, I'm like, you can't say that's I always tell myself like.
Well, it depends on the white woman.
Yeah,
was it a nice church going girl that may have gotten tricked, or is it a white girl with cornrows eating a 7-Eleven twister in a Impala? I think she can say it.
I think half the times it's a corn roll.
Yeah,
fucking kind of big heavy set because you know the black people love heavy set women and you know going to Pound Town with that.
Nothing wrong. Girl can have a tummy and still be yummy. I'm firm on that.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Hey, you're in the right state. There's tortas everywhere.
When it comes to white women specifically, yes.
So what's your preference with women?
Preference.
Like which ones that you're like? Because like me, I'm
like
gonna be
if
honest.
I went to build a bitch and I had to build one.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm totally fucking Asian, bro.
That's
100%,
fine.
100%.
Very few Asian women have I ever found attractive because they all do look the same and they all remind me of my mom.
That would be a deal closer for sure.
Yeah, I can't. And but I think in order, it'd probably have to be black girls.
Really?
Black girls, dark skinned black girls on top. I've dated like 4 girls from Cameroon. It's ridiculous. Like, it's actually funny. Like a week ago, this girl was visiting from LA and she was black and she was in like Cameroonian clothes. And she had a French accent. And she didn't, like most Cameroons are like tall and thick. This one was slim, thick, and short. And she's like, "Oh, I'm from Africa." I'm like, "Are you from Cameroon?" She's like, "How did you know?" I know. And
I've been in a few.
I'm a tourist. I'm something of a tourist myself. So dark-skinned black woman up top, thick white girls and Latinas tied for second, and then, man, I think that's just like really what I like. Yeah, emo girls third.
Ah, well, yes, of course.
Race doesn't matter for me.
I know, yeah. Race, race
you could be my mom if you're emo.
I want the real depressed ones, daddy issues and all. But no, for sure, emo chick, like goth chicks, emo chicks, like, oh, dude, fucking amazing. And then when it's an emo goth Asian, it's fucking done deal, dude. Like, here's my bank card and do whatever you want, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
I think the best emo girls are the thick whites, easily.
Really?
Yeah,
I would say Asians, bro.
It's their culture, and what's nice about emo women? What's nice about emo women?
I've never heard that before.
It is their culture. Goth. Oh, you think goth culture is white or black culture?
No, but it's funny to
Other
think
than
about
like
that.
Ice-T, who's like a hardcore black guy.
I never thought of like whose culture is goth and emo. Oh yeah, these white bitches.
It's the whites. The whites are the only ones with so little problems they want to kill themselves.
You gotta do that with the Trump voice.
I haven't done it a lot recently. I used to do it to my girlfriend and she got mad, so I stopped. These white bitches, these goth white bitches, I love them. I love them because you can say whatever you want to them and it will never cut as deep as they cut themselves.
That's a cut. That's cut. That perfect. That's perfect. Ah, dude, that's good. I've never heard any talk about goth bitches in the Trump voice, bro. You fucking made my day right there.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. Stay in the country, please.
Stay in the
Don't leave. Don't leave for these dirty little gooks, please. I don't know what it is with these white girls. that wear black makeup. They love these little yellow boys. It's is it because they know karate? They think they'll hurt them better. I don't know.
They do like the little Asian twinks,
dude. Koreans are in right now. I'm having a heyday. All right,
are they? Yeah. Well, fucking what was that? What was that show? Demon Hunter.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
Dude, my daughter is obsessed. She's 6 and she's obsessed with K-pop Demon Hunters.
Also, you have kids.
I do have
a kid.
I have a daughter. She just graduated kindergarten, top of her class, private school.
Asian. What do you expect?
Well, she's only a quarter Asian. She got some white trailer trash genes as well.
She's good at math somewhat.
Yeah, no. So I have a daughter, my best little buddy.
That's cool, man. I have a little daughter too, and I have a son, and my daughter's like obsessed with Demon Hunter as well, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't like it.
I always tell her it's the enemy. They're Koreans, baby.
Yeah,
not Japanese here.
We're the enemy. We're the enemy. Those dirty Japs invaded everybody. All right, you guys are the enemy. You guys raped us.
They were just trying to get their nut on. Come on.
Yeah, they were trying to fuck, dude.
They were just
Asian Vikings. Fuck them.
They were the Asian Vikings.
No offense, but Japanese are the most racist. No,
I would say all Asians are pretty racist.
These are like the second most racist.
Korea, but I've been to Korea.
Koreans aren't that racist.
I think all Asians are pretty.
I think Koreans get a bad rap because so many of them marry white people. But it's like, if they were racist, they wouldn't marry white people.
That's the same thing with Japanese. Dude, a lot of Japanese marry white dudes. You see them a lot. There's a thing.
They're trying to take over our culture after those bombs. It's crazy.
And then I got one that married a beaner, so they're all right.
You found a good one. I bet she's cool. Cool.
No, but I think I lived in Thailand too. I've been in Cambodia, bro, and it's extremely the way, but it's weird because their racism isn't like I want to hurt you. It's just more like you're not allowed here. Like this is our country. This is our country.
Good racism, just segregation.
It's very segregated for sure.
They're all autistic. They like their colors to match. All right.
Especially like
Cambodia.
And right now, it can't in Thailand, right? You have those white
tree foragers.
You have those white ones, and you have the dark ones. And in northern Thailand, like Isan and all these places, right? I learned that because when I was living there, they're like, oh, Isan, and they would like for real, they'd be like, oh, Isan monkey. And because they're darker, and they would
sound pretty cool.
They sound like a good time.
And
they would literally say, "Oh, Isan monkey," and I would be like, "Oh shit!" They're just, dude. I had a teacher one time literally go up to me and show me, and she goes, "Oh, look at her, very smart, white skin, very beautiful. Her dark skin, not smart."
Gaijin.
No, Gaijin is Japanese. This is Thailand.
Oh, this is Thailand.
No. In Japan. Like one of the things I would say in Thailand, every day I had to explain how I'm American because they just assume all Americans are white. Mm-hmm. In Japan, I never had to explain. I'd say like, "Oh, I'm American gene." "Oh, American. Oh, kakoi." Like they would just be like cool with it. In Thailand, they would just say, "Oh, you're not American," and like, "Yes, I'm American." No, you brown skin, not American. I'd be like, "Fucking shit."
Yeah, Thailand has it down. I don't know if the rest of you are listening, but Thailand knows our country better than we do.
Thailand is onto something.
Thailand's onto something.
onto something great. But yeah, dude, it's fucking wild. But I never felt in any part. I've been to Korea. I've been to fucking, all like Japan, Cambodia, Malaysia. Malaysia's pretty crazy because there's a lot of Muslims over there. So I was like, oh shit, what the hell? Ugh. I know.
I don't know if you knew or not, but I'm pretty Christian. Yeah. Even talking about Islam gets my blood pumping.
It's just fucking there are some jihadis over there, and I freaked out when I was like, why is this? It was before I knew the history and all that, and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, man. Anyways, hoping to get back on track, hoping to get back on Kill Tony, and hoping to tour around the U.S.
Eventually, it'd be nice to do the road for a while. Because that's where you really, I feel like, develop your act because you're in front of so many different kinds of people that your material starts to become more like universal for everybody. So like when I moved down here, all my jokes were very Midwestern jokes versus here. Because in the Midwest, you have to earn your laughs. here it's like you have to chase them because the people are seeing amazing comedy every night. So like until you have your own audience or until they trust you at least in your set, you can't really dilly-dally around. You have to make them laugh. So like being able to go across the country and get consistent laughs and do consistently well, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
What is something funny that you see about like Texas that you just think is fucking hilarious to you? Like that's interesting and you're like, what is this?
I mean, I'd like to say the drivers, but I think that just makes me more angry than anything.
Yeah, the drivers here too.
I don't know. I think I think one thing that's pretty funny about Texas is how, because when people think of Texas, they think like, oh, red state, oh, they're super conservative. They're pretty liberal here.
Dude, or you're in the most liberal place ever.
But even like when I went to Dallas, when I've
Also
been here, you know, like I haven't seen a lot of like really like right wing people, and the people I do are like black comics or like trans comics or like the most right wing people you'll meet. It's crazy.
Or like Beaner podcasters.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand what you're saying because I've always been told, you know, we're in the South and it's racist here. And then I went to California and I felt way more racism over there.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I always thought California's weird and it's crazy, right? I had this image because of movies. And I would like, this was in like early 2000s. So this was during the emo, you know, metalcore. And I'm a big metalhead, right? And I was thinking, oh, they probably have like crazier people out there. Mm-hmm. Fuck no. I was like, what is this? Everybody's in shorts and sweater. Everybody's just like surfer, skateboarder. I mean, there was different. I mean, there was metalheads. Don't get me wrong, but not like when I was in San Antonio. I saw metalheads everywhere. You saw all kinds of people. I literally would talk to people from everywhere. I talked to Samoans, black people in San Antonio, and then went over there. Samoans don't like Mexicans. Mexicans don't like blacks, and so on and so on. And so, and I was like, I thought we were supposed to be the racist ones, and it's pretty fucking liberal here. Like even as a conservative, it's pretty liberal the way we interact with one another.
Yeah, everybody's very accepting here. But I think like with cities like LA or Chicago or New York, I mean, I haven't really been to New York as an adult, so I can't really speak on that. But specifically Chicago and LA is like people underestimate how much people in the city don't give a fuck about the city. It's all the small towns around it that come and visit, and then they like try to give off those vibes of the city, but they can't. So like when you go to Chicago, you're gonna meet a lot of racist people from Southern Illinois because they're visiting, and the people from Chicago are like, yeah, you know.
Damn, is that rain? Holy shit!
It's raining.
I guess so.
Good thing we're inside.
I know.
We can keep going. Honestly, I don't want to go in there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, is she here?
No, it's raining.
Yeah, so I personally myself, I've been to like these places that they talk about, and I was like, wow, I've never felt that way in San Antonio, and never felt that way in Austin. And you know, you might get like one Karen, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's so racist." It's like, dude, it's one person. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like, I could take you in a room with 10 people, and one of them's gonna be an asshole. I could.
And also, I hate this idea that
game.
racist people can't be racist. Like, I've always preferred if you're racist, just be racist, because otherwise, I don't know who's racist.
Yeah, like be open with it.
Be open with it, so I know to stay away from you.
Yeah, like all right, you're a dick. I'll drink a beer with you.
Yeah, I'll get drunk with you and I'll start being racist, but don't.
We'll have a race off. You know, who's more racist?
Me I could be so racist.
Ah, dude.
If I wanted to, I'd rise to the top, bro.
You know, one of the things when you mentioned that you're Italian and Korean, because I remember when you're roasting Juanita, you said, and she's Mexican, and I was thinking, he's Mexican too. His name's Caesar. I was actually thinking that too.
No, I'm named after the Caesar, not Caesar.
The real one. Hey.
Julius Caesar.
You know, you got to do this. I do my first time.
The man responsible for all your culture.
I know. when I fucking went to Italy, bro, I was thinking, do they really talk like this? And the first thing, I get this overnight train from I think it was from Amsterdam. It was from Amsterdam to Rome, Italy. And I was there, and there's two women. They were like probably like 19. I was probably like 21. And they're the daughters of this guy. It's a guy, his wife, and these two, and they're like the most gorgeous women you ever see.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing I walk in, and he's like, looking at me like, why the fuck are you here? And I was like, well, I'm here because I have this bunk and I had a number. And then he's like, oh, okay. And the whole time he's talking, he's just like, nah, 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 nah. He's doing this.
Very expressive.
I was like, they fucking do that for real. And this before camera phones were a thing.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I wish I had that fucking image. He was real.
Boppity boopy.
And I came in drunk as fuck, get on the thing, and the girls were like trying to talk to me in English. And he's just like, he gets up in his bed and he's just looking at me like, staring at me. Like, and I was like,
they're racist.
And I asked her, where are you from? And she goes, Sicily. I said, oh, shit. Never mind.
They're super racist.
I was like, this motherfucker is from where all the mob is fucking originated. Fuck this. Like, bitch, don't even talk to me. Like, leave me
where my
the fuck
grandfather's from. Is from Sicily.
Yeah, don't even look my way.
I'm actually wearing his ring, his mob ring. He wasn't in the mob, but he worked. Like, my grandfather was the coolest motherfucker in the world. He would drive cocaine from down south up to Chicago in his car. He ran a strip club for the mob, which is where he met my grandmother.
Sorry, I just noticed you're from Chicago, so yeah, some deep Italian roots there. Yeah.
Yes, dude. He was off the boat. He would make Sunday gravy. He was like the closest thing you could be to a gangster.
Prohibition days, huh?
No, Prohibition was like the 20s.
Yeah. Was
he was born in the 30s. And he came to America, I think, in the late 30s or the 40s. Maybe I don't know exactly when they emigrated over.
Right when the Jews took over.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if you knew this, but in my opinion, Jews are just wealthy Italians.
Well, a lot of them were. a lot of the Jews took over after the whole 1920s, the Roaring 20s era. That's where they really just accumulated so much wealth and power.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you're talking about Trotsky, you're talking about like these major players.
They're not that special. They're just wealthy Italians. They all love jewelry. They all love their mother. They hate black people. Never forget about it. You know, like
they put the plastic on their leather fucking couches.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. So your grandfather used to run with them. Like, not be in it, but run with them.
From what I'm told by my family, so this could all be completely false because they are Italian. They're good people. They just don't tell the truth. Isaac Kane Brown came up with that one. But
it's my grandpa was named Johnny Tightlips.
No, my grandfather's name was Frank Caesar too. But the only reason allegedly he wasn't in the mob was because he would not kill somebody. But my Aunt Rose married into the Verdino family. So like,
oh shit!
So we are like, even if all the stuff about my grandfather isn't true, we are still affiliated by marriage. But yeah, no, my grandfather was the coolest motherfucker. He's gotten stabbed. Like he
has war wounds.
He has war wounds, dude.
He's still alive?
No, he passed away like almost 20 years ago now.
Oh shit!
But he was the coolest motherfucker ever. Yeah, no, he met my grandmother. My grandmother was a stripper, and he married my grandmother and had 2 Wap Dago kids, and then I came out a little bit after that. So, but he was super racist. He was so racist. I remember the first time I bought a black girl home, or a black girl that met my mom. It wasn't home, I guess, because she was visiting. She's like, you know, your father and your nanu are rolling in their graves right now. Well, yeah, they're rolling to get a better view at this ass. This is crazy.
Yeah, but I always feel like those older people, it's like, bro, why are you trying to change these people? They're old. They don't give a fuck, dude.
Let them do it.
Yeah, let them be racist in their own fucking world. They're not hurting nobody. Just take away the keys. Don't let them drive. I mean, these
don't let them
motherfuckers.
drive.
Yeah.
I worked at a gas station. I remember seeing like a 70-year-old, 80-year-old man in a pickup, and in the gas station, you know how sometimes there's the shoulder and there's 2 entrances, but it goes down. He goes through the shoulder and jumps his truck and almost hits a gas pump. Like, don't let them drive. They are functionally retarded.
It reminds me of the South Park episode where they're just killing people. All the time. It's like nobody goes out from like, what is it, 5 to 7 because they're going to breakfast.
Dude, my grandfather was a great driver for most of his life. He went from Vin Diesel to Caitlyn Jenner overnight.
That's a good analogy.
It was crazy. Or I guess Bruce Jenner. Caitlyn didn't kill that guy. Bruce did.
I know. That's how he got away with it.
Yeah.
You kill somebody, change genders.
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Invert your penis, and we'll forgive you.
Yeah, and we'll forgive you. This is America, goddammit.
This is America.
But before I let you go, I really want to know, how did your mom and your dad hook up then? Like, how did that go down?
Actually, it's real. not just because it's me. It is a very interesting story. Like tragedy. I'm born from tragedy. My Aunt Sarah got pregnant with my cousin Christine. Was it Christine? No, Sarah. Oh, no, fuck. What was her name? I feel bad. I don't remember my dead cousin's name. But
cousin fucking?
No. So she got pregnant, and then
it's like you are Muslim.
My cousin was stillborn.
Oh, okay.
And when that happened, my dad's side of the family started turning more towards religion. And my mother was raised very religious. She was adopted. She was in a family of 8 people with 2, or I guess my grandmother was more so, but like very radically Christian people. So they went to church 3 times a week. Like my mom tells me, like if she missed Wednesday service, she was grounded till the next time she could hit a Wednesday service. Same with Christmas. So if you miss Christmas service, you're grounded till they're super Christian. And
I don't want to interrupt, but are they? Is she Korean American, or are you talking about in Korea? She was
born there. She's Korean. She was just adopted here.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's
I was just trying to get the
crazier story, but so she was adopted into this family, and it's a multiracial family, and they all went to church all the time. And then after my cousin was stillborn, they started going to church, and it happened to be the same church. And my father was a scumbag. He was a scumbag.
Typical wop.
Typical Dago. Typical nasty spaghetti monkey.
These goddamn giddies.
But they met in church when my mother was 17. And from that, they got together, and I was born. So if my cousin didn't die, my parents would have never met. I never would have been born. So you're a real one, Kuzo. But
Kuzo, damn, that's real. I like that. Fugazi. He ain't Fugazi. But that's interesting. Okay, so your mom was born in Korea, got adopted by a mixed family in America.
Yeah. My mom was born in Korea. For the longest time, we thought she was abandoned because the orphanage said she was. But what really happened is essentially she got stolen and given a fake name. So my grandmother had been looking for her for 45 years, and then just last year, I guess they both submitted to the Korean embassy DNA and found each other. So we just met my biological grandmother this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's tragic, but that's awesome that she found
story.
her. God, that's tough. Yeah. I can't even make nothing funny about that because that's interesting. So your mom was kidnapped by who, though? Did they know?
Well, my Helmani.
Sorry to get into trauma, but
I don't want to get too much into it, just because my Helmani is very, very. They're very particular about what details they want public, because in Korea, especially with things like that, there's a lot of shame and guilt that carries with it, even though it wasn't her fault.
Asian culture is kind of crazy sometimes.
Yeah. So, but she was stolen. She got given a different name. My grandmother looked for 45 years. They found each other, but she was adopted out into America. And
they're very close at this point.
Oh, they're super close. It's weird. My mom I love my mom, but she was a grade A bitch for a long time. And it was like overnight when she met her mother, she had become so tender and calm and happy. So they're super close now. I love my grandparents so much. I'm glad we were able to find them, and they were able to find us.
She had a hole in her heart, man. Finally got fucking filled with something. That's incredible. And I'm not even being like, I'm being as genuine as I can be. That's an incredible story that she found her mother, because I can imagine, like, you're a father, I'm a father. Like, losing a kid is my ultimate fear, dude. Yeah. Like I fucking, like, it's weird. Like, I have to tell myself sometimes, stop fucking thinking that way, because one of my biggest fears is my wife calling me and saying, hey, I lost her.
She's gone.
Yeah, or my son. And I'm like, fuck, because I will like scorch earth on this bitch. Yeah. Like, I would literally, I told my wife too, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be honest, if somebody takes my daughter or my son, like, I'm gonna kill everybody involved. Like, I'm gonna go fucking, what's that movie? Taken. Yeah. I got a set of skills.
Like, my entire life, it's always been never go to prison, because my dad went to prison. I was like, you're doing fine. Until I had a daughter, I had never considered any circumstance where I'd be willing to go to prison. And there's a lot, because I have a daughter.
There's a lot.
It's already losing her. It's already hard enough living in Texas, and she's in Illinois with her mom and stepdad. That's hard enough, and traveling back and forth, and the distance and the guilt from that is already crazy. But if something happened to her, dude.
Okay, so that's why in the roast they keep saying you're a absent father.
That's like the running joke. That
that
being a deadbeat and me being Native American are like the running joke.
Okay. I just put it together right now in my head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you at all.
You're good.
I was like, why do they keep saying that he's again? And you, what did you say? Yeah, I might abandon my kid, but I'm not going to hell for eternity.
Yeah, that was with Dakota.
But they kept talking about you being a absentee father, and I was wondering why they kept saying that. I just realized that when we're talking, like, oh, okay, it's all coming together.
Like, I'm technically, yes, I'm an absentee father, but I'm not a deadbeat. I pay my child support. I make sure she knows how much I love her. I'm out here to build a career for her because I don't have money to go to college. I have debt. There's no opportunity out in Illinois. And also I waited, because before she started school, the schedule, because her mother and I had been separated since before she was born. I would have her a lot before she started school, and then school started, and I was working. I'd work 6 days a week, so when I'd be able to have her was so much more rare. And then her mom got married, and we sat down and talked about it, and I decided to move out here to try and build a career for her. But the running joke in Austin is I abandoned my kid.
No, and I want you to take, like, in all seriousness, I don't want you to think I was saying you're an absentee father. I was just putting it together.
A lot less nice if you thought that.
I was just putting it together. Like, oh, that's where the joke comes from, because I heard it so much, and I'm surprised they know that. Oh, maybe you talk about it in your comedy or something.
I mean, I talk about my daughter. I have some jokes about my daughter, and my friends know I have a daughter. And there are some people that genuinely do think that, like, I abandoned my family and I walked out.
Damn, so they were cutting deep.
Because a lot of people, I'll meet them and they'll talk to me and they'll be like, oh, for the longest time I thought you just like stepped out on your wife and kid to do comedy. I'm like, no, I would never ever do that. We were never married. We were separated. The schedule was already wishy-washy, and we talked about it. Like, but there are some people who do generally think that, and that sucks. But
just by the way you talk, I can tell you care about your daughter. By the way,
she's my world.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think your kids, if they're not your world, I think something's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. Like, seriously, something's wrong with you. I never understood the abandonment. Like, when people abandon their kids, like totally abandon, like they're out of sight, out of mind, don't talk. I think, like, what the fuck kind of human being are you, bro? Like, because that's the biggest developmental, like, thing that's gonna happen to those kids. Like, do they have their mom and their dad? And even though you're not there every day, you're still communicating. You're still there helping out. So that's good for you, man. And before we go, I just want to say I hope you continued success, bro. I think you're funny as shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think
it was really fun.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hopefully you could come back with your boy next time, and we could really have a fucking
sorry time episode. Yeah. Sorry time episodes when we're on other podcasts go off the rails. We're there for like 4 hours hammered.
Bro, I'm down to do that. We drink all the time. We have a whole liquor cabinet there. We have beer everywhere. Right now we didn't, because you're like, I don't drink, so I was like, all right, I don't need to buy much.
I'm dry.
But definitely want you to come back. Again, we'll help you out with that arrangements to get you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. I hope you continue to do what you're doing. I think you're fucking funny. And I just learned about the whole roast thing. I need to go to that next time.
Yeah, dude. So there's a roast battle tomorrow. If you can
I can't go tomorrow, but I'm gonna probably, when I come back, because I'm just doing this full time for a little bit. I'll go to Austin. I'll hit you up. Hopefully, you stay in touch, and then we could go hit up one of those ones where the audience gets involved.
Yeah, just make sure you're there on a Sunday. It's free. It's the most fun. Like, hit me up for sure.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. But thank you so much, man. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
We'll have you on there again. Hopefully, Frank Caesar and your boy Isaac. Right? Shout out to Isaac. I wish you could have made it.
Can I plug something really quick?
Oh, of course, dude.
Go listen to my album on Spotify or iHeart or Pandora or iTunes. It's Professional Confessional, Frank Caesar, half hour, super fun. Isaac's on it too.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I'll just give it to me and I'll put it in the actual notes. Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
It was good. It was fun.
Nice to meet you.
All right.